Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to the second episode of Makeup and More Monday. However, today's Tuesday, so I'm sorry it's a day later than it should be. But did you know that today is the first day of spring? So I would love to know down in the comments, what do you love about spring? So this morning, I had a 9 o'clock meeting. It was 37 degrees when I woke up. So it didn't really feel like spring. But by the time I got home, it was in the upper 50s, 60s. So yeah, it kind of feels more like spring. We'll see what the weather brings. You know, it's different all the time. And sometimes we've had, excuse me, snow the week of spring break, which for this area was last week. Some people are on spring break this week and possibly the week after. But anyway, it is truly the first day of spring. So, what do people like to do in the spring? Well, people like to be outside. Maybe they like to plant flowers. What do you like to do in the spring? Enjoy the warmer weather where it's not yet hot. Oh, 1 second. I'm sorry. Um, Rain, everything's blooming. And so sometimes what people like to do in the spring is something called spring cleaning. Now, that's not necessarily something that I do where I like clean my entire house and clean out all the closets. I'm sure it's something that could be done, but it's not something that we necessarily do at a particular time, just when it needs to be done. So, since that is what some people like to do this time of year is cleaning, we're going to talk about cleaning your makeup brushes. So, it's really important to use clean makeup brushes for several reasons. And one, it helps your makeup go on better. Two, if your blush is always looking the same, then it might be because your blush brush needs to be cleaned. And for a more practical reason, it's really important to not be redepositing bacteria on your face from putting a brush in a product and putting it on your face and then putting it in a product and putting it on your face. So, super simple daily cleaning is going to be, you can use whatever sort of cloth you like. I like to use like a white older towel that I don't necessarily care about. And all you do is with our fabulous brush cleaner, which is only 10, is you just spray a little bit on your brush. So I'm going to use my all over blending brush, eye brush. That's a new item that came out a bit ago. Spritzed it a couple times. And then I'm just going to rub it on here, and you're going to rub and rub until no more color comes out. So you can't really see how much came off then, but you can kind of see a little bit. Let's see if it makes a difference if I turn off my light. I don't know, because I've not done brush cleaning with you before. So let's see, can you see that better? Yeah, you can. Okay, so you're just going to rub and rub and rub. And if you're still getting color, spray some more and then rub and rub. Okay, so you're going to do that with each of your brushes. And when you do it daily, I haven't done mine daily for a couple of days, a little bit more might be coming out. Okay, so you can see that our brushes definitely hold color, don't they? Which is good when you're applying, but not necessarily good when you need to have clean brushes. Okay, so you're going to do that daily with each brush. And another one that I'm going to share that you're going to see a really big difference is my, it's an eyeliner and then brow kind of mascara. They call this little brush on the end a spoolie. It's kind of spooled. On this one, you're really going to see a lot come off. So I'm just going to hold it here and spray a bunch on here. Yeah, it's probably going to get on my hand too, but that's okay. And then I'm just on this one, I'm going to twist it. I'm just going to hold it in there. And again, clean for a couple days. So there might be more on here from using my brow tint in just one day. Okay. All right. So that's what you would do daily to keep your brushes in great shape. And I don't often use the little eyeliner end, but I do sometimes. So I'm going to clean that off. Okay, so I've got my all over color brush and blending brush, my eyeliner eyebrow brush. This is the smudger brush that I use for usually my darkest color on my eyeshadow. But you know what else I do with this? Is I tap it in my translucent powder and do the edges to help set that eyeliner there. Even though the eyeliner is waterproof, mine still wears away at this side if my eyes water. So I'll do a little bit of the translucent powder to set it a little bit better. So I use it for that as well. So clean all of your daily brushes. Those, I've got my powder brush and then my cheek brush, which I'm not going to show you because that's going to take a long time to get all that blush out of there from a couple of days. But that's what you would do daily. Super easy, super quick, doesn't take long, just takes getting into the habit of doing it. But then, about once every couple of weeks and at the very least, once a month, you want to do a deep clean of your brushes to make sure everything's getting out. And really what's recommended by makeup artists and what I have found works really, really well as well is just liquid dish soap, the Dawn brand, just the regular Dawn brand. And the way that I do that, because one thing you want to be really careful of is not getting water down into the handle because it'll loosen the binding on the bristles and also the glue holding the brush together. So you want to be really careful that you don't get moisture, a lot of water down in here. So what I do at my kitchen sink is I hold the brush this way. I put some of the Dawn dish soap in my hand and I wet the brush under the faucet and I swirl it around, work it into the bristles, and then hold it under the water and rinse and rinse and rinse until no more color is coming out of your brush and no more bubbles like foam from the soap is coming out. Okay, so do that until no more color. So often I have to do more than one time of the liquid with the Dawn and then rinsing. And then once you've got them all cleaned, I take a towel and I just really gently press, sorry, this direction, press so I can get as much moisture out as possible. And then you want to either, if you have a way you can hang your brushes, that's great. Or if you can just lay them on their side, like on a towel. Or you can you can also hang them over the edge of your sink. So like they're hanging over the sink, but somewhere either flat or upright like this, not this way. Because again, remember, we don't want the water getting down in here and causing the binding on the bristles and the glue to come apart and then your brush not stay together. So either upside down or laying down on top of a towel and just let them air dry. And it won't take longer than, several hours. So like if you did it later in the day, after you've done your makeup, let them air dry. They should be ready. By the next morning, they should be dry. So if any of you happen to be in my, well, let me rephrase that. Many of you are in my Coupon of the Month Club. And this month's special is with the purchase of the brush set, which comes with 5 brushes. These 5 brushes. You get a foundation, either CC cream or liquid foundation for half price. So just so you know that, not the purpose of this demonstration here, just want to share with you about how to keep your brushes clean. But fabulous brush set comes in a really nice case to keep the brushes in. But when you take great care of your brushes, they will last so long, you'll be amazed. Okay, so there's your tutorial on keeping your brushes clean. And I would love to know what was most helpful for you today, if this even was helpful, and what's your favorite thing to do in the spring. So have a fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you next Monday. Bye.